Hey, it's your girl, Miss Black Expat. And I just wanted to catch you all up on just some things that I've been observing. And it's not that I'm new to this or anything, but, well, here goes. So, over the last couple of weeks, I have been observing my son. He is at an international school, and he was at an international school when we lived in the UAE as well. But for some reason, this is a little different. I think because it's on a larger scale. He's getting a really good education. It's challenging him. He is involved in a lot of different extracurricular activities. He's making friends. And from an overall perspective, he's in an international community, and it's benefiting him. But on the flip side, I just wanted to put out that as parents who are raising our children, especially our black boys, internationally, that we have to continue to remind them of who they are, and just to remind them of staying true to themselves. It's so easy to get caught up in the mentality of this international school system where everybody lives in those four walls, and everyone has this mentality that school is great and everything is safe and everything is just wonderful, but doesn't have any clue on life outside of school walls. No relationships with local people or any involvement in the local community or any education or enrichment about the culture or the city as a whole. And so I'm finding that my son is picking up friends from all over, whether they're white, black, Asian, Indian. And these children are ones that have adopted this mentality primarily because either they've lived in the international community for some time, maybe their parents are very privileged and wealthy and they don't expose them to things outside of the school. And my son is seeing this, and I'll just see him react to certain things, and I say, well, this is not how things are really here in Kampala. This is just a quarter of your experience, that you have so much more to learn and to do and to grow while we're here for this short period of time. Another thing that I find in these international schools is the teachers are very single-minded when it comes to black children or minority children. Believe it or not, just because I'm on the continent does not negate the fact that people are still very racist. Matter of fact, most of the parents at my school are Eastern European, maybe white American, or come from other parts, and they are probably some of the most racist people that I have come across in my whole academic career, primarily because a lot of these people come from systems and societies and communities that don't support black people, or they don't have black people in their communities, so they have no idea how to react to them except based on what the media representation narrates for them. So that's why we have to be advocates for our children, and that's why we even have to push even harder to remind our children to go above and beyond the expectations, that they can't just do any mediocre work, that they can't just coast on by. I had to remove that coast on by attitude from my son so fast because he wanted to just say this is just enough, because he saw his white counterparts doing just enough. And I said, no, honey. You are not a just enough kid. You are brilliant. You are gifted. But most importantly, you are black. And the world is going to see you for just that. Nothing more, because that's just how the system is set up. The system, I don't care if you are in America or internationally, is set to marginalize the black community, because to excel would mean that we would surpass everybody else because of our brilliance and our education and our know-how, our wisdom and our gifts and talents. And they cannot stand to see that happen. But these children that we're raising now, this is our future. This is our foundation. And we have to start, even if we didn't do these things for ourselves, we have to start instilling these things into them now. The values and the importance of who they are, what they have to set out to accomplish, to make it in this world. To be proud of who they are, to be successful, to not depend on other people, especially people who are not, that don't look like them, who don't appreciate them, but to learn to be independent, to work for themselves, and to generate their own incomes and businesses. So this is some of the values that I'm trying to put in him even while we're here. I have talks with him every single day about this concept, and I believe that it is reminding him more of who he is, and it's increasing his self-confidence and esteem, and taking away that negative mindset that, you know, you can't do it. I don't allow the phrase "I can't" in my house anywhere. I don't allow "I can't." Now, if you need some help, we can ask for help, but we don't say "I can't." Okay? Continue to educate them outside of the classroom. Continue to teach them just about history and traditions and culture, and giving them a more in-depth insight of the world around them, because unfortunately the school systems are jaded. They're very jaded, and it's very political, and it's honestly a setup to keep our people down. So I just want to keep that in the forefront right there. Also, just celebrate them. Celebrate their brilliance. Celebrate your children, because they go through a lot when they move internationally. And sometimes they forget, you know, with all the moving and hustle and bustle and the high expectations, sometimes they forget, you know, the importance of just being happy and just being accepting of who you are. And I'm not downing the international schools at all. I'm just saying it just as a wake-up call. Most international schools are not a realistic expectation, do not portray a realistic expectation of the world around them. I know that my school that I teach at does not portray a realistic view of Uganda. It's not humble. The children come from wealthy, rich backgrounds. They don't know what struggle means. They have no idea what it means to go without food. They have no idea what it means to go without electricity or clothes. And I just feel that it's best to humble our children. We have to bring them into these situations, not only to enhance their education, their academics, and their enrichment programs, but also to humble them. And to use this as a platform to educate them, yes, but to know that the world as a whole is the biggest teacher that we can ever have. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Be blessed. Go out there and be powerful, ambitious, empower someone, motivate your children to do above and beyond the expectations of what the world says they can do, because they can do whatever they set their mind to.